Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Oxygen Not Included. In the previous episode we finalized the kitchen and we also added a great hall including some more decorations, finalized the nature reserve and also added a maintenance room with water sieves and a compost. Our storage here is ready to take on some food, however I still am not done with the module. The next area we want to take care of is the recreational room. At the moment we're still unlocking the chooser and I believe everything else we already have unlocked that we could place in a recreational room. Actually that's not true, there's also an espresso machine and there is the soda fountain. So as soon as we finished researching what we're currently on, we're also gonna go for these two recreational buildings. In terms of room requirements, we can make it a maximum size of 96 tiles. So using the entirety of the flooring would be too large, but why not have it here, and at the very end we're gonna have our massage clinic, just like I wanted to. If we measure exactly 96 tiles, this is where we should end up with the room here, and then we still have this size. This might be a little bit too large for a massage clinic. I mean, what other options do we have? Actually, we do have other options. Considering this is the maintenance room, we should probably have our toilets here. That's probably also what I wanted to set up in the previous episode. The maximum toilet size is going to be 16 times 4. So this is where we're going to have our division with a plastic tile. And we make the flooring for now out of gold tiles. The question is, are 4 facilities going to do the trick for a maximum of 20 duplicants? It would require 5 different shifts. Let me see. We could easily make this happen. Yeah, totally. They can all poop one after another. So maybe let's get rid of that and get started with the build. Though, what are we gonna put here? I guess we could put a small recreational room here. And then we are also gonna need different room sizes, probably. I mean, even if I just check out the vertical wind tunnel, this is gonna require a different room shape, obviously. But there we go. Let's maybe already set up our sinks. I'm gonna go with gold amalgam. 4 of you right there. And under plumbing, we have our laboratories. 4 of you right here. We have some dupes sleeping on ladders. Right now, it is a little bit chaotic, I admit it. We're gonna have our fresh water coming in from the one or other side. And then the polluted water is gonna go out the top. And then we need to bring it over to the water sieve. So I guess the easiest would be to just go straight in. Sure, let's do that. Then we come out of the water sieve and we go directly into the toilets. I mean, that's the easiest loop I've ever done. So it was the much better decision to actually put the toilets there. For the washroom as wallpaper, I think I want something white. So that's gonna be salt for this one. And of course, since they benefit from the lights in terms of pooping speed, we also shall set this up. I mean, it makes sense if you think about it. At least the cleaning process would take much longer. And there's no way to evenly distribute the lights. I think I just have to overdo it. I wonder, we could save a little bit on space by not actually setting up duplicate motion sensors for these guys. We could theoretically just leave these running, or I'm setting up a light above each toilet. But yeah, admittedly that is a tiny issue. How much power do I have on this wire? We can still use that. Perfect. Let's bring this over. By the way, on Crudial, at the moment, I'm taking care of the spore chit here. We have all of these zombie spores and I would like to eliminate them by actually placing the tiles diagonally and compressing everything together to one tile. So I've already done it right here and I can take apart all the tiles that are now safe, that are not going to open it up again. For instance, this guy here, and then we can continue with these tiles. And we just want to make sure we never break the seal at any point, but we can still make our way inside. So these guys here are safe to remove, this one too, and then we can go in and build this granite tile, or this one here as well, or this one, get rid of that. But you see the basic gist, and we also have to do it for this one over here. This one here is even more dangerous. I do not want these zombie spores to escape. It's the nastiest debuff of the game and you usually regret it. But admittedly, Liam here did not a bad job, I have to say. Good job. I think we just unlocked the chooser, so I'm gonna go into espresso machine, and then later on we're also gonna do the soda fountain. Now, one thing I noticed we still have to think about the concept is how to get our duplicants into suits and out of them in a way so that we have enough suits, but it is also clearly an exit. Since we have the plastic ladder here on the left side that allows us to get into the various levels, we should probably have the entrance on the other side. This way it will be clear when they want to leave the base, they have to go into this direction. And why not have the recreation room here and then have our setup here with the Atmo suits just below the maintenance room? So to be clear, this here would still be a recreation room. Wait a second, I just ran out of gold amalgam. This is not good. Oh yeah, look at that. They even started to build these tiles with a different material. Let me quickly check on Crudial. I don't think I have gold amalgam here. It's on the third planetoid, right? Yeah, 0 kilograms on this planetoid. Okay, gold amalgam. I did not expect this to happen this early. Of course, I could have known, but what you gonna do? Yeah, okay, there's actually quite a bit of gold amalgam here, so I think I'm just gonna send someone over. Let me actually see. Have a look at this module. Oh my gosh, what happened here? Oh, I know! I have this critter drop-off point with a high priority. Okay, that was actually a mystery. I wasn't sure what was going on here. Okay, we want to make this lower priority, and then I guess it's time to wrangle up a couple of critters. Man, I was so confused because they weren't landing in this part here anymore, being sheared, you know? Instead, my people brought them over here, and now we have a critter invasion. Actually, things like the stone hatches we can go ahead and kill off. Wow, I have to say, that is absolutely insane. But what I meant to do is actually set up another storage bin, and we're gonna fill that up with gold amalgam once we land on the other planetoid. So we're just gonna grab a bit. But maybe we should keep that in mind, and for now, instead of building the tiles out of gold and waste more of our gold, we're gonna build it out of copper and exchange it later on. As a matter of fact, I'm actually just gonna exchange the flooring here of the bathroom. Seems to be more appropriate to me to take away the gold from there. Building status so far so good. I think we're also ready to send off our rocket. Now, should we take on our dynamic duo to do that? I actually think so, but first things first, we need to fill this up with a fresh batch of gristleberry. In one of the next episodes, by the way, we're also gonna switch to different types of food. The food upgrade is overdue by now. We can also now think about the furniture for the recreational room. I was kind of thinking that we have two different types of rooms. One is going to be more like a disco with a jukebox. So I'm just going to place that here. An arcane cabinet. We might want to add a party line, a soda fountain, potentially a espresso machine to this room. Though that could be a little bit much. No, not necessarily. And then we also have different types of buildings I would like to separate a little bit. For instance, the sauna. It would be really nice to have a sauna on board. I can't remember, didn't we also have a bunch of arbor trees on this planetoid? Let's actually maybe check. Yeah, there was a forest biome on this planetoid, meaning we should hopefully have at least a tiny amount of wood here. You know, at least we're gonna be able to find an arbor acorn, so maybe we're just gonna pick that up as well while we're at it. Then we are able to also make a little bit of wood, even if it is just a tiny amount, in order to be able to build the sauna. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I would like to make the hot tub, sauna, and mechanical surfboard its own recreational room. That means for now we're gonna distribute these machines. Let's get started with a jukebox. Maybe I want that in the center more. So we're gonna get started with the, come on, arcane cabinet. And I would like that to be situated right there. Next up we have the party line. That's gonna go here at the very edge. On the other side we're gonna start with the soda fountain as well as the espresso machine. Right there. Finally, if we can, yeah, look at that. It fits perfectly in the center and we have all of these already. In terms of backgrounds, I think I want to go with an alternating pattern. And oh geez, that might take a while. But it should be a checkerboard pattern with white and black. And the black color we're gonna have here with the obsidian. Nice. Actually, now I can just drag it over. That's more convenient. Next up, I thought a little bit about the integration of the volcano and how I want to do it in the future with cooling down the base as well as the food, and you suggested me I should go with hydrogen to cool down the food. So what I basically started to prepare here is a little area that I'm gonna utilize just for that. We have 6 spaces here in order to set up a aqua tuner for the base cooling. And then we are also going to integrate a thermoregulator. Now these guys need to be in atmosphere. They cannot be submerged like aqua tuners. So we're going to have to do some fine tuning to make that happen. But as soon as we have some steam in the room, they should just function like aqua tuners with a little less heat output. In terms of living module, we will have achieved everything. The only thing I would like to integrate still are a massage clinic and a hospital. So maybe let's think about how much space we're gonna utilize for the steam engines. They're gonna go right here. And look at that, we can set up exactly 2. I made sure that I have the space in order to set up a auto sweeper in the future, as well as a conveyor loader to deal with the volcano. But for now, I'm just gonna leave it closed off so it keeps being overpressured and we can deal with that later on. But if we consider the size of the steam turbines, this would be the room size we still have available to us, which is not a lot, honestly. But we could have some maintenance level that is only too high. For instance, a little something to get rid of the carbon dioxide. The vertical wind tunnel is actually going to require a decent amount of space. We kind of have to work around this place. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot about the sun tanning place. Yeah, we need to integrate a lot more things into the base. However, I would like to see an exit with atmosuits, otherwise we're never going to be able to make the proper switch. You know, one thing we could do is just wall this off here and then have our atmosuits in this place. This would actually make a lot of sense, so we reserve 3 spaces for the transit tube access point. So that will go right there, and then we lead the tube outwards. Actually, that might add up just nicely. Give me a bunch of transit tubes. We want to make our way out here. Keep this room, and ooh, this might not actually go this close together. I guess technically this doesn't have to be a room. I just need to make sure it's not going to be too large together with the nature reserve. I want this to count as a nature reserve, and if this is all open, it might be too large. We definitely need a crossing right there, and then we can connect these together. Our food is ready in here. I would say we launch the rocket again. We do have all of these rover modules that we're not going to really require, but it's going to be Turner right here and Gossman up there, and that's probably it. Checklist seems to be all right. We begin the launch sequence as soon as these guys are inside. Turner is already coming, and Gossman too. Wonderful. Good luck, guys. You can quickly unequip your suits. Thank you very much. You're gonna need those. Bye-bye. Catch you soon. Let's actually make sure everything is ready. We have the ladder and access to everything. Yeah, we should be able to pick up a lot of gold and hopefully at least 1 or 2 arbitrary seeds. Another reason I would like to switch to hydrogen instead of a liquid in order to cool down the food is the space. Essentially, it is more important to me to also get a proper cooling loop in the joint, and I'm gonna require all these spaces, and if we just have liquids and gases to cool things down, we can work with that much easier. So I'm not yet sure in which direction the snake is gonna go. All I know is that each of the floors is gonna have its own proper cooling loop. Well, it's not technically a loop, I just want the one loop to go through all the floors. And by the way, just normal pipes are gonna do the trick for this. You do not need radiant pipes. We will not have to actively cool it down. We just need to keep it at a certain level, let's say 20 to 25 degrees. So I guess just in preparation for this, we can build all the pipes on each floor already and get most of the cooling loop here out of the way. As for the steam turbines, I think in the future I'm gonna drop the water at this point. Yeah, and then I guess we know much better what's going on. The question is, how are we gonna fill out the rest? If I want to have my sauna and stuff somewhere, I guess let's first do this part here. We want to see quite a bit in terms of atmosuit stations. Like, I know we have 20 beds, but we're not gonna need that many. Maybe 16 are gonna do. There are always gonna be at least 4 duplicants inside the base. Yeah, look at that. We could do 17, then we still have the space for quite a large room. So this could then be our sauna, or maybe the wind tunnel. And then right here, we can have our tanning place. This could also be a little bit higher. Yeah, okay, I can kind of see this working, so we can actually get every single machine in the joint in this space. Would be cool. Let's maybe see what we can do. We're gonna have our atmosuit checkpoint here, and then atmosuit docks. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I should probably craft some more stuff here. Yeah, let me get some more copper. We have plenty of that, and still plenty to dig out, by the way. Let's do another 50 crafts. They're gonna require 120 watts a piece, and then 960 for this guy. Also, these machines here, I don't think they're gonna be activated all at the same time, but they would already justify their own transformer. Yeah, my guess is we're gonna have another transformer for this level here, and then yet another transformer for the next one, which would go right there. Looks like I also ran out of iron ore, and we only have 18 tons left on this planetoid. But we can use this transformer to hook up everything here in the recreation room, and then the next transformer is gonna be to do the transit tube access points. I noticed on Crudil we have a little bit of a food crisis because I am not producing any more polluted water at this point. That is a tiny issue, so I decided to actually send over some food. We should have some gristleberry in here that I want to send over. And from the looks of it, we still have a little bit of coal in there too, but I'm gonna send that over at the moment. Yeah, look at that. Our guys already arrived. That is good news, so you can equip those suits. Let me see. One for you, Turner, and then the other one here at the bottom is gonna be for Gusman. All right, you guys pick those up. Wonderful. Then in here we want to store, let's see, the seeds. I would like to take an arbor acorn with me. If we have some nosh beans would also be great. While we're at it, we're gonna bring over the wart seeds that we already collected, and that should be good, right? Of course, we also want the gold. So we're gonna do some metal ore and gold amalgam. Okay, you guys should have something to do. Let's check them out for just a bit, see what they actually do. Pick up the gold amalgam first. Yeah, that might be a problem. Maybe we actually first let them do the seeds, so they take care of that. Are you gonna pick up the seeds now? Okay, Gusman has a long journey ahead. And we got an arbor acorn. That is good. Somebody trapped on the main planetoid. What just happened? Camille, why did you do that? I told you to disable the build. Jeez, Camille. Okay, just pick up the freaking suit and then get out of there, okay? What's the matter? Gusman isn't moving anymore. Idle. Why? Okay, maybe we picked up all the seeds. Yes, Turner is idle too, which is good. We expelled the seeds, and now it's time to pick up more gold amalgam again. We want at least 20 tons here in the joint. Gosh, why are you guys getting on my nerves? Camille, what the heck are you doing? Why? How do you call this trapped? Ah, never mind. I actually disabled the transit tube access point instead of the atmosphere checkpoint. That is my bad. Sorry, Camille, for yelling at you. You kind of did not deserve that. I'm kind of going insane with this. We have 11.5 kilograms plus 1,000 grams, so 12.5 plus 7, so 19.5. Let's say 19 kilograms is the minimum launch mass. Let's clear that so it does launch. And get me that food over, please. Okay, good. I can live with that. We sent over most of the food, but jeez, that took me a while. How close is it? We have 4,000 kilocalories left, and most of that is nosh beams. So we do not have any. Oh my gosh. Okay, we have to fix that soon. Like, we need to keep working on that, finish that as soon as possible so we can get to making berry sludge. Maybe I should have done that a couple of episodes ago. But man, there was always something else I had to do, you know? Good, by now our storage bin is full. I would say we're gonna make our way back to the main planetoid. New destination, back home. And you can basically go. Yeah, begin the launch sequence. Thank you very much. That was successful. We're gonna be bringing over a new batch of 20 tons of gold ore, as well as a bunch of seeds. Yeah, I think we're only gonna do 15 atmosuit docks, but we now have the problem. This is way too large. This is already 68 tiles, and I believe that is gonna make our nature reserve too large. But yeah, I guess we first have to test it out and then act accordingly. Okay, I think I have a solution for this part here. We're just gonna go ahead and move the atmosuit checkpoint 1 over, as well as the transit tube here. And this is gonna allow us to place a crossing right here, still cutting off the room, and it's not even gonna be that bothersome. So here's my transit tube back, and we just need the access point again. You know, since this is so close to the flooring, I think I'm just gonna move everything 1 block up, so the ceiling of the steam room would go right there. The steam turbines would go right here. And then we can easily set up another metal flooring that I'm gonna represent with normal tiles, because right now I'm lacking the metals, mainly because I'm still having to craft them. And you know, I have to say I'm not happy with the white here. I have to remove it again. And of course, now that we brought an arbor acorn home, we can also print it. Nice. It's also time to set up our wiring here with the power. We want to go through the flooring right here and power up all of these machines. And the next power transformer would be taking care of this level. for all of the atmosuits and the transit tube. Yeah, look at that. The white background and the normal one does almost make no difference. That's why it bothered me. So I think maybe yellow would be better. Something made out of sulfur. Yeah, sure. I think that's going to be a wise decision. Alrighty, I'm gonna keep working on that a little bit, and then the next time we will be able to finish it off with all of the remaining rooms as well as the contraptions that we haven't added. We're then gonna close off the base and make the transition from the old base to the new living module. I just want to make sure that my duplicants actually spend their time in the new module as soon as possible. And then we can basically slowly start to disassemble what we already have here, provided we already moved the farms. We'll also have to think about our centralized storage. I kind of would like it to be nearby the atmosuit docks. That just makes the most sense to me. So assuming we have about 15 docks, let's actually see. I should have, well, I do not have enough materials, but it will go all the way up to this point. That means we can set up another doorway here. Then right here, I would like to set up the centralized storage, maybe the wind tunnel, a tanning room, maybe also a bunch of showers would be great. And then we're basically left off with the cellar in order to get rid of the carbon dioxide, maybe have a bunch of utilities such as an exosuit forge and a rock crusher. So yeah, that's the plan and I hope you're looking forward to it. With that out of the way, thank you so much for watching, have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Bye bye.